Hello, right. So, what can you do to get yourself engaged and um, ready and a bit of a head start for next year? So, what we're looking at is engineering drawing. You'll be doing Unit 10 with me, and that involves interpreting engineering drawings, so looking at engineering drawing and knowing what you're looking at. It involves creating engineering drawings using a package called AutoCAD. And it also involves creating 3D models and drawings from those 3D models in a package called Onshape. Now, you can download a free educational copy of AutoCAD, but I've just tried that. And it's not entirely straightforward because the Manchester College is not one of their recognised teaching establishments. So I'm going to chase that. So for now, we're going to look at Onshape, Onshape. And I'm just going to talk through what's going on here first. So up on Pearl Trees. So you'll probably notice that all my stuff appears in the Moodle in a little window and it all looks like this. So the window that appears in the Moodle is something called pearltrees.com. There's an app for that. So you could download the app and you could subscribe to your units, and then you'd see when things pop up and whatnot, and you'd be able to find things without actually having to go through the Moodle. So if that sounds like a thing, sign yourself up for Pearl Trees for a free account. Okay. There we go. That's the advertising out of the way. Otherwise, you'll always be able to access this through the Moodle. Right. So, engineering drawing. What is an engineering drawing? So, I've got just done a quick scour of the internet and found a few websites to help you get started with an engineering drawing. What does it look like? What does it do? Because it's important that you understand an engineering drawing. So, there is a very simple engineering drawing of a cup. So, we're looking at 3D objects, and we're taking two-dimensional views of them. So if you imagine just holding it at something at arm's length, closing one eye, and then drawing the shape that you see there. And you might notice here that the bottom of the cup is at the top of the drawing, and the top of the cup is at the bottom of the drawing, and the right of the cup is on the left, and the left of the cup is on the right. So if we imagine, you can do this with your phone. If you put your phone flat down on a piece of paper, and then without lifting your phone off the piece of paper, you move your phone up so it's on end. Where is your phone on the piece of paper? Well, it's up. It's near the top of the piece of paper. Which bit of your phone can you see? You can see the bottom of your phone. Yeah, and that's what's going on here. And this way of drawing things where your bottom's on the top, the top's on the bottom, the right's on the left, and the left's on the right is called first angle projection. Okay, so probably worth having a look at these websites, just exploring that a bit more, and maybe doing a bit of your own research on, what goes into an engineering drawing, what do they look like, how to interpret them. It's a square, but it's a cylinder. It seems to confuse a lot of students. It's a square. It must be a rectangle, an oblong, rectangular prism thing. No, it's a cylinder. You can tell it's a cylinder because you've got a circle there, but it's square. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. So, first thing you can do is do a bit of background reading, perhaps, get your head around engineering drawings a bit more. What are these things? What are these lines for? What do these numbers mean? Because the different line types tell you different bits of information and all that good stuff. And the purpose of creating engineering drawings is that somebody can then manufacture that drawing. Okay, so now we'll just have a look at Onshape. Okay, we'll have a look at Onshape. So the website that you want is onshape.com. Okay, onshape.com. Right, and if we hit the sign in button, he says, don't have an account? Sign up. So you sign up there, sign up for an education account, use your college email address. Yeah, remember the password that you use when you sign up for Onshape, because you'll need that password to log into Onshape. Okay, This is Onshape. Yeah, I don't think there's anything too difficult about signing up for Onshape. You'll be asked what area of engineering you're doing. So, pick one that interests you, or one or two that interest you. You'll be asked for the college email address, which is tmc.ac.uk. What else might you be asked for? I don't know. If you've got any problems, give me a shout, but it's fairly straightforward. None of the questions are too difficult. Okay. In fact, shall we go through it? Let's go through it. Right. Professional trial education account. There you go. That's the one that you want. First name, last name, email. Are you a student or an educator? You are a student. School level, college or university. Okay. Student, college or university. Get started. Okay, so school name, the Manchester College. Yeah. School website, tmc.ac.uk. Manchester State, Manchester Country. I shouldn't need to tell you that is the United Kingdom. Graduation year, when will you finish this course? So if you're rolling on the level 3 course, you'll be starting in 2021. You'll be coming back in 21-22. So you'll be finishing in 22. Stick your student ID number in there. Area of study. Pick something that interests you, and what you're using Onshape for college work. Okay, you are at least 13 years of old. You agree to use this plan for classes and personal learning. Blah blah blah. You're not a robot. Do the capture. Create an account. Okay, right. Good. So I'm just going to go back and sign in. I think that's all the difficult questions. Right. Need to edit that. Right. Sign in. Right. Okay, so this is Onshape. You'll have blank here because you won't have created anything. So let's hit the create button and have a quick look at it. So document. Okay. Give it a name. Whatever you like, really. So there we are. And then here we go. Right, so Onshape is a fully 3D design platform. Hold down your right mouse button, you can spin your view around. If you hold down the middle mouse button, your mouse wheel, you can pan. You can use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay. All right. So your workflow for a 3D model is to sketch and then do. Okay, so there's the sketch button. So let's start with the sketch button. Okay, so select a sketch plane. Where are we creating our sketch? We're doing it on the front, the top, the right. Let's pick the top. And we can press the N key to view normal to sketch plane. That just means we do it at right angles. Okay. There's also an app for Onshape, by the way. If you can use it on your phone, it's probably best for just viewing. If you've got a reasonable tablet, you could probably use it for creation of drawings as well, the Onshape app. So let's draw a square, so corner rectangle. If you hover over something, it tells you a little bit more about it and how to use it. If there's a down arrow, it means there are other options. So we're going to select corner rectangle. So here's our origin point. Now you can see that's highlighted and we've got a little icon there. And that little icon means we're locking the corner to that origin point. Okay. So there we go. And those observant among you might have noticed that there was the same icon as that. So that's coincident. It means we're locking one piece to another. And these are relationships that we can set between parts. So for example, if I did another thing there, I might want these two rectangles to be equal. So I could set up an equal constraint there and there. And you saw that change length there. Okay. So I'm just going to delete that. All right. So we've got our rectangles. That's our basic. So yes, we're going to tick that. We've got our rectangle. Just give it a bit of 3D-ness there so we can see what's going on. Then we're going to extrude something, okay? So extrude, solid, new, faces and sketch regions to extrude. So we've just made a sketch. So we'll select that sketch and you can see we've got that instantly there. So we can move that down like that and you'll see the numbers changing there. And what you're probably seeing if you're doing it for the first time, it'll say inches. Okay, so we'll just come to that in a moment. So let's say 20 millimeters or 200 millimeters. Let's go for something we can actually see. 200 millimeters. Yeah, and that changes that. You can also use the up and down arrows while that's selected, and you can see that. Oops, daisy. You can see that changing there as well. Okay, so we hit the tick box, and then we have a 3D solid. So what can we do now? Well, now we can do sketches actually on that solid that we've created. So I've just selected that top face. I'm going to make a circle. Okay. There we are. I'm going to do another extrude, but this time I'm going to hit remove. I'm going to select the sketch I've just done. I'm going to select the sketch I've just done, and I'm going to say through all. And that I've just created a holder. Yeah. But oh no, I've realised I've done the hole the wrong size, so I can go back to my sketch here. I can double click, and I can change that sketch. So I can move that to here. I can set some dimensions. So let's do that at 10. And from there to there. Let's do that at 30. And you can see as I change the dimensions, it changes the position. So the position is driven by these dimensions. And let's set the radius of that at 15, diameter of that 15. Okay, so that little symbol there at the front of number 15 means diameter. And you can see we've changed that there. And I can't move that now, and it's all in black. That means that everything's defined. Okay, so I can hit the tick box, and there's a hole, our redefined hole. So, have a play with this software. Get used to it. See what you can do with it. These things here are for creation. So you create a sketch and you do things with these. These are editing, 3D editing commands. Have a play, find out. So once you've had a little bit of a go, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to the Learning Centre here. Okay, so if we go to the Learning Centre, wait for a second. Okay, and then we've got self-paced courses. So you can do these in your own time, but what I think it'd be really good to do would be to work through these fundamentals. Yeah, if you did all of these fundamentals courses, up to here, then by the time we started work in September, crikey, it'll make your life and my life a lot easier. Yeah, so how to do detailed drawings, introduction to sketching. I'm going to say introduction to sketching, part design, what else? And navigating Onshape. I'm going to say those would be the 3 I would recommend starting with, and then detailed drawings. So introduction to sketching, part design, navigating Onshape, and detailed drawings would be the 4 I'd recommend starting with. Okay, and then off you go from there. Really, you can, nothing's stopping you doing all the rest. Basics, assemblies, basics, part design would probably be all good. 4 very good ones to do after that. If you're enjoying it, then off you go. So let's just have a look at how some of these. I'm just going to show you how these work because students have struggled with this in the past. So we can see here there's a list of the activities. Okay, so you're yours will start here. So we've got a video to watch. So you can watch the video, and then when you finish that, next section. Okay. Okay. Next section. Okay. So we've moved down to section 2. Okay. Sketching entities. Using so we go through this. There's another video to watch. Some more videos to watch. Another video. There's quite a lot of videos at the start, but it's worth watching. Next section. Okay. Using constraints. Video to watch. Video. 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 Next section. Okay. Next session. Right, basic sketching exercise, goals, practice. So now, after watching a few videos, we've got an exercise, basic sketching. Okay, so next page. So now we've got some slides to go through. So you can read the details, you can look at what's going on the screen, and you work your way through these slides. Okay. And this is just a really good way to learn how to use Onshape. Work your way through. Yeah, generally they're pretty good. You might have to use a bit of common sense at some point. But yeah, everything you need is there. So you work your way through the slides. You do that as you go, and by the time you've finished, you will have created something that looks like that. And then when you finish that, you can go on to the next section. And then there's something to check so you can see whether you've done it right or not. Don't worry about that too much. It's just, and once you finish each of these little tutorials, you can even get yourself a little certificate. If you wanted to send me a copy of that certificate in Teams just to show off a bit, that you can do that. I don't mind. I'll give you a big smiley face and some bonus points. So that's what you can be doing in Onshape. That's what you can be doing in Onshape to learning about engineering drawings to get yourself up to speed. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.